We have a bunch of Xbox news from another showcase announced after the developer direct today to Tango Gameworks' next game, plus more. So let's get into it. So first of all, today is the big developer direct at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where they're going to be showing off 4 games in depth, going into these studios that are developing these games: Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, Redfall, and the Elder Scrolls Online. For me, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is going to be Forza Motorsport and Redfall, but I'm also very interested in Minecraft Legends and how that's going to play out, because Minecraft Legends was a very fun game. Now, besides the developer direct today, we're going to get another showcase tomorrow focusing on Forza Motorsport specifically. So we're seemingly going to get a bunch of information today and then more in-depth information tomorrow. So we have this tweet here from Forza Motorsport on Twitter. They say, this upcoming Thursday, January 26th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, tune in to Forza Monthly, which features the all-new Forza Motorsport, which again seemingly means that during those 45 minutes of the show this afternoon, there isn't going to be enough time to show off everything that they want to show off, which tells me this game is very, very close to being complete and very, very close to being released. I'm guessing we're getting a release date for this thing. I mean, I could be wrong, either at this show tomorrow or at the show this afternoon. But the more the game is coming into the spotlight, as it is obviously almost complete and almost ready to be put out there, I am getting excited to see what this game is all about. I think it's probably going to be one of the best looking games that we get this generation graphically, and probably one of the most realistic in terms of a simulation and stuff, especially because of the stuff we've heard already about the technology with the different traction points of the tire and all that stuff. So should be really exciting. I can't wait to see what they show off at both of these shows that are upcoming. Now, when it comes to Tango Gameworks, this is a studio that put out Tokyo Ghostwire last year, obviously exclusive to PlayStation because the deal was signed before Xbox purchased Bethesda. And this game should be coming onto Game Pass in March, a game that got pretty mediocre reviews. I think like 7s, 7.5s, in that range, which doesn't mean the game is bad. I have loved so many games in the 6-7 range that people just absolutely hate it. So I'm definitely going to be checking this game out when it hits onto Xbox Game Pass. But Tango Gameworks, a Japanese developer, which obviously is very important for Xbox if they want to grow over there. And we know that they are working on something else, and they have said that they did not want to do the Evil Within 3 right now. They wanted to kind of branch out and make a new project. And we have some rumors here as to what that new project could be. So we have this tweet here from Bill Kuhn, who says, premiere, a new game from Bethesda and Tango Gameworks will be announced and or released soon, probably in the Xbox and Bethesda Developer Direct event. Name of the game, Hi-Fi Rush, will come in a standard and deluxe edition. The game is rated ESRB teen. Now, I don't know who this person is. They say they're not an insider. They just grab info. And one thing that has me questioning whether this is true or not is because we've seen the announcement for the Bethesda Director event, or whatever it's called, Developer Direct, that they're saying they're only focusing on these 4 games. Aaron Greenberg even came out this week and just told people, keep those expectations tempered, because it is only those 4 games that are going to be shown. So I would be super surprised if this does get shown off, but hey, I'm all for it. Who knows what Hi-Fi Rush is? It sounds like a multiplayer style of game, or just like a fast-paced action style game, just from the name itself, but could be very cool. So I'm excited to see what this next project is from Tango Gameworks, and if it's going to be releasing soon and it is going to be having that standard and deluxe edition, it looks like Xbox is really going along that path as that they did with Forza Horizon 5 and giving you that option. And I'm guessing within all of these deluxe editions coming out from Xbox first party studios is that you purchase it, you're going to get all the DLC, and you're going to get access to the game early. And if you are a part of Xbox Game Pass, you're probably going to get a discount on it. So it's not going to be like a $90 version or something like that. But we'll wait and see, especially if we see a deluxe edition announced for Redfall, which is something that we saw in my video yesterday. And then finally, we have an update here for Warhammer 40k Darktide. Now, we know what has happened with this game. They released it on PC first. They delayed the Xbox Series X and S version of the game. I honestly haven't really checked it out, jumped into it very briefly, but apparently there is some issues with this game. They put out this open letter to players saying, "We take enormous pride in our ability at Fat Shark to deliver a game that millions can enjoy. This was what we set out to do with Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, to create a highly engaging and stable game with a level of depth that keeps you playing for weeks, not hours. We fell short of meeting those expectations. Over the next few months, our sole focus is to address the feedback that many of you have. In particular, we will focus on delivering a complete crafting system, a more rewarding progression loop, and continue to work on game stability and performance optimization." So that's the stuff in terms of the current game right now on PC that they are going to be focusing on. I never got far enough to just see how all of these things work and if it is a rewarding progression loop and how much does the crafting system affect the enjoyment of this game. But apparently there are tons of issues on that. That's why they're putting out this letter. But here's where things get interesting. It looks like the launch of the Series X and S versions are being delayed again, because they say here, "This also means that we will delay our seasonal content rollout and the Xbox Series X and S launch. We will also suspend the upcoming releases of premium cosmetics. We just couldn't continue down this path, knowing that we have not addressed many feedback areas in the game today. Thank you for playing and providing feedback. We really appreciate it. It has and will continue to help shape the game we love." So to me, what this I think tells me is that the game was just never complete. They released it too early. They probably should have delayed the entire game on every single platform. I think it was really stupid of them to release this game on PC and not release it on Xbox at the same time and just delay the Xbox version, because it was a Game Pass game as well. This is a game that you play day one. It was a game that got people excited to sign up to the service. And when they came out with that staggered release, I just instantly thought it was a bad idea. They should have just delayed this entire game 6 months, a year, whatever they had to do to make sure that when it came out on every single platform, and it didn't have these issues right now that people have obviously complained about from its initial launch. Unfortunate, but at the same time, what is going on with the Xbox Series X and S version? Is it really that hard to develop this game for the console? Do they really have a lot of issues when trying to optimize it? That's something it'll be super interesting to see when it eventually launches on console, and just how well it runs, and if there will be issues there, because that's something definitely holding back this game right now is the console versions. That's why they delayed them. Not sure why. I mean, the game looks good when I jumped in. It's not like the greatest looking game in the world, but I can see that it is a high fidelity game. It has beautiful graphics, and maybe optimizing it for the consoles, they just didn't do it from the ground up properly, and they're having issues, even though I just don't fully understand it as a non-developer, because it seems like developing games for PC should be relatively similar to developing games for these current consoles, as they pretty much use the same architecture. It isn't like back in the day where the consoles had completely different architecture. I mean, you even think about like the PlayStation 3 with the cell processor. So we'll see what happens. I think overall it's probably just because this game needed to be fully delayed, and they decided they didn't want to completely miss their initial launch of November when it came out on Game Pass and just put it out onto PC. That's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on everything. What do you expect from the event today and from the Forza event tomorrow? What do you think about Darktide for the Series X and S being delayed again, and Tango Gameworks? What type of game do you want to see from them for their next project? If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.